Well, hello there. We are on the final day of class. It's here. And you didn't think it was going to happen, but it certainly has. Today is January 15th, the last day of your winter online course. I want to thank all of you for your emails, for your notes, and any other questions. You've been a great cohort of students to work with. If you didn't know, we had about 100 online. So hopefully this experience has been really great for you, and we've appreciated it as well. Just to give a recap for the week before you might go into your final, just want to cover off on some things. Chapter 12, new products. Should have analyzed and should have understood why new products are created. Early adopters versus innovators. Innovators are usually the first ones to actually take on a product. When the iPhone first came out, they were innovators. They were willing to go through the ups and downs of product issues to be the first ones to have the product in hand. Then came early adopters, then the mainstream as well as laggards, just so you have an overall idea about that. In addition, thinking about life cycle. Product life cycle, when it starts up, when it's in the peak, and when it's on the downward. How do companies keep brands relative? How does a company sustain growth and also their core focus on their brands? These are some of the things you should have looked at and learned while looking at Chapter 12 and new products. Then we moved into Chapter 14, pricing. Prices and quantity, obviously really key. CPM, cost per thousand. How you get efficiencies by buying more in terms of quantities. What's a break even? That's also relative to an ROI. So if you sell something and you spent $1 to make it and you make $1, you've got an even break even, one-to-one ROI. If every time you sold something or marketed something and you spent $1 and you made $2, you made over the ROI. Just looking at that in terms of break even and ratios and understanding that marketers need to have a strong ROI. And how we do that is through research, through execution, through modification, and really analyzing what the impact is. And if the impact does not meet what the ROI and overall was, the budget will be impacted. Considering pricing, looking at it from an everyday low price. Maybe some of you are familiar with that term. Maybe Walmart, maybe other supermarkets that promise this. Price elasticity, price inelasticity. When are things inelastic? When can prices go up and consumers will still demand? Great example is pharmaceuticals. Pharmaceuticals, in terms of whether it's cancer-fighting drugs or diabetes, etc., consumers are still very much in the need to purchase those products. So price it's an inelastic market as it relates to pharmaceuticals. Just a little bit more on that. But please, I hope you've looked at all the different aspects within pricing. This chapter covers a lot. I realize it's a bit heavy. If you have any questions, hopefully you covered those off with us as well. Chapter 16, retail and multi-channel. Considering distribution, what products are in which retail stores? Have you ever noticed certain stores, even the same stores, a Kroger on South Main versus a Kroger on Universal? What the differences are in terms of the planograms, what products are there, how many variations of that product are there, as well as different lines of products. Why, when you see in Kohl's certain makeup that's there, and maybe you may not see that in a Marshall's. Different distribution strategies of different companies. And then you have the whole flip strategy when you consider what Target has done with these major retailers and bringing down their product into their stores on a less expensive model, but still being able to really market and say that they have these top-level brands. Very important and critical to consider. Then looking at access. What was retail before and what is it now? Used to all be brick and mortar. These days, most of us purchase online, but then we look at security. How has online changed you? How has the Amazon model changed you in terms of how you look and search for products? Are you a more educated consumer now that you have online references and resources? So when you do go into a brick and mortar, you have more information to provide. You're looking for a TV or computer. You may do the research online ahead of time and then possibly go into Best Buy to look at it. But also considering the overall retail multi-channel effect and the variety of ways that brands and marketers go through, whether it's Nestle and trying to figure out when to bring in Halloween candy, or it's a large retailer looking at the holiday time and which markets they should really provide products to. A lot of toy companies do exclusive deals with Toys R Us during the holiday time frame. Why? So Toys R Us only gets that, and it's only a one-channel aspect where products can be found. A lot of different strategies to go through. There's not one answer that responds to all, but hopefully that chapter did provide you with a lot of information. Then we moved on to chapter 17, the COM process. And when you consider it and look at it, we have the communication, integrated marketing communications. We have the AIDA model, awareness, interest, desire, action. If a consumer is not aware of your product, that's the first thing that you have to break through. You have to make sure they're aware of it. And aware how? What marketing are you going to do? We get over 5,000 messages a day. How are you going to break through that, get through that sound to have the right message at the right channel, on the right platform, and to that right consumer, making sure that consumer is engaged and it's relevant to them. Something else to consider. When you look as well, in terms of budget, IMC, what's their budget process? Do they look at marketing budget as a percentage of the sales? Do they look at it as what worked last year? Do they look at it based on competition and how much they're marketing and selling? A lot of different things go into an integrated marketing communications campaign. Everything from research to execution to measurement. Metrics are a key point of any marketing campaign, and it goes back into the overall ROI. Finally, chapter 19, personal selling. Considering the steps, if you're a sales rep, how you qualify leads, how you really research ahead of time to understand who this company is, how you're going to pitch, how you present, how you close the sale, how you really follow up and provide value. Personal selling is obviously a huge scale career. We have a minor here at Virginia Tech in the Pamplin College of Business in sales, but when you kind of understand it and understand the ethics behind sales, what has been done in the past, what is acceptable now, and what is the future. So that was chapter 19. I hope this semester, this 3-week, really fast speed of a semester was very effective for you. I hope you learned a lot. I hope you took a lot away from both the personal branding project as well as identifying a brand that you could shepherd along for these 3 weeks and really understand and align the concepts with. I want to thank you for being a wonderful online class. Please let myself or Leslie or Rachel know if you have any other questions. But hopefully we see you soon somewhere around the hallways, and best of luck to you. Thank you.